But it is so much more now, and I do emphasise this because from my perspective and from what I do with businesses, I'm communication oriented. I'm about communicating with people, creating messages that resonate with an audience, and selecting the right tool that's going to get that message across to audiences. So for me, yes, the statistics on social media are impressive, audiences are using it, yes. I know that it's electronic word of mouth and it's fast, but importantly for me, it allows me as a business to engage, listen, share and exchange ideas with customers like never before. And I use the analogy, and it's free. I mean, there's lots of technologies that we can use that are beneficial for a business perspective, but you have to pay significant software costs. So here we have platforms which the only thing we have to invest is our time and our willingness to learn how to use that software or those platforms effectively. So I give the analogy. It's a bit like going to the pub. It's a bit like going to the pub and all your customers are standing at the end of the bar, and you continue to stand at the other end of the bar and not have a beer with them or not even speak to them. You know, that's what it's a bit like if people are not actually considering social media as a real option for communicating with their audiences. It's like going to the pub and not having a beer with your customers. So before it used to be just about, you know, the Paris Hiltons of the world, but it's not about that anymore. Yes, of course, social media provides lots of entertainment options. I mean, yes, you can follow Paris Hilton and find out what she's doing, but quite frankly, I don't care about what Paris Hilton is doing. And so it's becoming less as a trivial tool and more of a serious business tool to communicate credibly with an audience. So now we're starting to see that social media is about keeping in touch, staying informed, coordinating business, building networks and sharing information. And I mean, I challenge any business to tell me that they don't want to do any of that, or that's not important to their business, or they needn't do that to grow or develop or maintain the sustainability of their business. So from a communication perspective, these are all really, really important. And I mean, I still love sitting down on a Sunday morning and reading my newspapers. I can still do that, but then throughout the week, I can still then get snippets of news from favourite journalists that I like to follow, that I think are credible and whatnot, and I can do that using social media. So it doesn't mean I have to throw out everything that I've done before, throw out all my trusted traditional communication tools, just means this is another one in the big pot that's available to me. So it used to be fun and frivolous, but it's much more serious now. And what I really like to impress is that it's what you make of it. You don't have to follow the Paris Hiltons of the world, but you can follow your local mayor if you're concerned about what he or she says. You can follow another farmer who you know is active on social media and you really respect what they have to say. You can follow someone else who has another business that you'll want to keep an eye on or keep track of what they're doing. So you can make it what you want it to be. You can make it as useful or not as useful as you want. But it's about knowing how to do that. Hopefully, by the time I finish speaking today, you'll have a little bit more understanding about how to do that.